welcome or welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm very excited because I have another little book haul for you guys today. I did mention in another vlog that I did buy some books recently, but I just haven't had the chance to do an actual book haul for you guys. So in today's video I just wanted to talk about them a little bit more. So I have a total of 7 books here and I'm very excited to get into this video. But just as a quick disclaimer, if you do notice that this eye is a little red, but it is okay, I'm totally fine, nothing is wrong. It's just I did a very strenuous workout a couple of days ago and apparently a blood vessel in my eye decided to rupture, but it's supposed to clear up in about a week or two, so that's why it's red. But I just wanted to tell you guys so that way none of you guys freak out or anything like that. But yeah, it will clear up eventually. It's going to take about 1 or 2 weeks, but I'm totally fine. I can see, it doesn't hurt, nothing like that. But anyway, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the book haul. So we'll go ahead and get started with this book. This is a mystery novel and this is called The Harbor, and this is written by Katrin Eggenberg. I believe that's how you pronounce the author's last name. I probably butchered that name, I'm so sorry. But anyway, this is a mystery novel and this is about a 15-year-old boy named Oscar, and Oscar goes missing one day when his parents realize that he did not come home from school. They call the authorities and they kind of are nonchalant about it. They're kind of like, oh, this is what 15-year-olds do, this is what teenagers do, I'm sure he'll turn up, just give it time. But time goes on and Oscar still doesn't turn up and he is still missing. But eventually his parents find a note that kind of lead clues as to what happened. So it is actually a couple years later when 2 detectives decide to reopen the case in the hopes to finding Oscar and finding out what really actually happened. So this sounds like a really good book. I am not too big on mysteries, but my grandma is really big on mysteries, so I'm pretty sure she'll pick this up and read it. But yeah, that is The Harbor. Now the next book I want to talk about is called Lady Jenny's Christmas Portrait, and this is written by Grace Burrows. Now this sounds really interesting because this is a Regency romance, but this is about a young man named Elijah Harrison, and he is an aspiring painter. He loves painting, it's his passion, he's just very passionate about it, and he just wants to continue his career in painting. Well, he is hired on by a royal family, and the aunt of the royal family actually hired him to paint a portrait of her grandchildren. Now one of the grandchildren named Jenny, she is an aspiring painter as well. She loves painting, but back then women were taken very seriously as painters or artists. So they meet and they actually share a passion for painting and all that good stuff, and they actually fall in love. But Jenny is torn between marrying the man she loves or pursuing her career as an artist. So this book sounds really interesting because I don't think I've ever read a Regency romance where art is the focal point of the story. But either way, I'm very excited to pick this book up and read it. I have kind of fallen out of the Regency romance genre because I've read so many of that particular genre, but either way I'm very excited to read this, and hopefully I pick this up during Christmas time because I think this will be a very good Christmas read. So this book is called In the Summer, and this is written by Ellen Hildebrand. Now I believe this is a collection of short stories. I can't go into too much detail about this book because in all honesty it is kind of confusing. I read the synopsis in the back and it just doesn't make too much sense to me, but I believe this is a collection of short stories and it is about each couple as they meet in certain points in their lives and how each character kind of has their own backstory, if that makes any sense. It is very confusing, even I'm confused, but I believe this is more for my grandma to read. I believe she wanted to pick this book up and read it, so yeah, hopefully she'll like this book. But that is Endless Summer. So the next book I want to talk about is titled Circus of Wonders, and this is written by Elizabeth McNeil. Now this book sounds really good. I have read a couple of circus books in the past. I have read The Night Circus and then I tried reading Carvel, and unfortunately those books were not for me. They just were not for me. I don't know why. To me they fell flat, they were boring, they were just a drag to get through. I know they were very popular, they're mostly everybody's favorite books, but unfortunately it just wasn't for me. But I did give them a try. But I have yet to find that one circus book where I'm captivated by it, where I'm obsessed with it. So I'm hoping this book doesn't disappoint. But anyway, this is about a young woman named Nell, and Nell is adopted by the circus ringmaster, and he adopts her because she is born with a rare condition where she has birthmarks all over her body, and she is known as the leopard girl. So over time, as she's growing up in the circus and she's surrounded by the performers, she actually kind of gets involved with them as a family, and she's kind of enjoying her newfound freedom and she's starting to become comfortable in her own skin. Well, this young man named Jasper comes along and he falls in love with her, he's captivated by her, but so is his brother Toby. So obviously there's going to be a love triangle thing going on, and I'm very excited. I'm very anxious to get to this book because I do like love triangles when they are done right. So hopefully this book doesn't disappoint me, but yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. Now the next book I want to talk about is The Cafe at Beach End, and this is written by Rand Thine. I know you can't see with the sticker, I am so sorry, but this is a book for my grandma specifically because she loves this author so much. She has read a ton of her books. We have a ton of her books in the living room, so this is more for my grandma, but it sounds like a cute read nonetheless. It is actually like a cozy beach read, if you will, but this is about a young woman named Meredith, and Meredith is returning to her grandmother's cottage, and she is looking for a fresh start because her marriage fell apart. It is very embarrassing because her husband actually cheated a bunch of people out of millions of dollars, and the whole town kind of knows about it. It's a small town, it's a small community, so word gets around, and when she returns to her grandmother's cottage, she's kind of returning as a disgrace in everybody's eyes, which is really unfortunate, and it's really sad. And on top of that, she has a teenage daughter, so she's just looking for a fresh start, and she hopes to find a fresh start working at the cafe at the beach. So while Meredith is working at the cafe and she's working on getting her life back on track, getting her life back together again, she actually runs into this mysterious writer, and they actually develop a really good chemistry. So I can tell this is going to be a really cute cafe beach type of romance, and I know my grandma's really going to love this book because she loves this author so much. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys about it in case any of you were interested. Now the next book I want to talk about is written by one of my favorite authors of all time, Pam Janoff, and this book is called The Last Summer at Chelsea Beach. Now Pam Janoff is one of my all-time favorite historical fiction writers, specifically World War II historical fiction. She just does an amazing job writing in that time period. It is just captivating. It's very sad, it's very emotional, but I am just captivated by her writing. She does such an excellent job writing for that specific genre or that specific time. It just completely blows my mind. Anyway, this is about a young woman named Adelia, and Adelia is actually forced to leave her home in Italy to live in America with her aunt and uncle. But while she's living with her aunt and uncle in America, she falls in love with one of the neighbor boys living next door. But unfortunately, as war comes closer to their home, they are forced apart, and years later she is actually forced to revisit the past. So I'm very excited to get to this book. I usually read historical fiction around Christmas time. I don't know why, but usually around Christmas time, that's when I usually gravitate towards reading historical fiction, especially if it's a book written by Pam Janoff. She just writes so beautifully, and it's so captivating, it's so raw and emotional, and it's literally, her books are a page turner. Like, you just can't put her books down. So yeah, I am very anxious to get to this read. And the last book I want to talk about is called Codename Sapphire, and this is written by, of course, Pam Janoff. Now this is about a young woman named Hannah, and Hannah's fiance is unfortunately killed by the Germans, and her chance to leave to America is actually shattered when the ship is turned away at the port. So with no other opportunity or no other chance to escape the Nazi occupation, she is forced to join an underground network called Codename Sapphire, and that is a job she does not want to take on because she knows how dangerous it could be and it could put her life in jeopardy. Well, now she is torn between saving herself or saving her cousin Lily, who's actually part of a resistance group. So this is about essentially where your loyalties lie, torn between your loyalties, your duties, but also saving yourself in this horrific time period. So I'm very anxious to see where this book goes. I'm anxious to see what happens to Hannah and her journey through this underground network. It just sounds very intriguing and very interesting. So yeah, this is the book that I will probably be picking up during Christmas time, and obviously I just wanted to show you guys or tell you about it in case any of you were interested. And that is it, you guys. That is all I have for today's video, and that is all I have for this little book haul. But before I end the clip, I do want to show you guys the little crochet project that I finished recently, because I just enjoy showing you guys the stuff that I've been crocheting recently. But I did end up doing this pattern of the peas in a pod, and I actually did a set of 3, and then I did a set of 2. And I just think this pattern is so quick and easy to make. I will leave the tutorial that I'm following in the description down below. So yeah, I really enjoy crocheting, obviously, and I will definitely be making more of these because this pattern was just really easy to follow, and I really enjoyed making these. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys the plushies that I made recently. So that is it, you guys. That is all I have for today's video, but thank you so much for joining me once again. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you did enjoy this video, and I look forward to seeing y'all next time. Bye!